Hello everyone. Today I'd like to talk to you about the BSB philosophy. What is it that makes a BSB education? And it's really important for every school, every organisation to have real clarity around what it stands for. But I think particularly for us, as we are across 3, soon to be 4 campuses, this is all the more important. So last year, talking with staff, with students, with parents, we did a lot of work to sort of clarify this. And we produced a visual representation of it, because I think that helps us all to really understand what we're talking about. So I'd like to just talk you through our BSB tree today and the different elements of it. So at the very top, our mission statement, enabling students to thrive in and contribute positively to a rapidly evolving world. It is a rapidly evolving world. Things are changing incredibly quickly. We need to help students. We need to give them the best possible springboard into that world, but as well set them up so they contribute positively. They feel they should contribute positively to the world that we live in. So if we look further down in terms of the aims, we want students to have a positive experience. They spend a lot of time at school and we want them to look back at school and think, yeah, that was really good. I had a good time at school. We want them to do really well academically. I mean, ultimately, grades do matter. Grades at the top of the school determine what choices they have in terms of university. So it is important that we support students as much as possible to get the best possible grades. But clearly they need much more than that. For their life, they need all those qualities and attributes that have always been important, but in a world of AI are all the more important. The ability to think differently and creatively, to communicate well, to work as part of a team, and so on. So BSB education aims to equip students with all those qualities and attributes. And as part of that, we're really fortunate, because there are 71 nationalities at the school, to help students emerge with a cultural intelligence, with a global mindset, able to work with people from all different parts of the world. So the canopy of the trees is what we'd like to achieve. And you will see in there little details which are panots, and they are the decoration you will see on paving stones in Barcelona. So it shows our link with our local Catalan, Spanish community that we're also very proud of. If we go further down then, the methodology. How do we actually go about trying to achieve our aims? Excellent care, and that means all staff, but as well those more specialist teams of staff who help students who may be going through particular difficulties. Teaching and learning. Clearly, we have to have consistently excellent teaching and learning. And we've produced a teaching and learning framework which helps teachers to reflect on their teaching, see what are their strengths and what are their areas to improve as well. So that's something where we continue to work to get better and better. Great staff. Ultimately, the most important thing. Without great staff, really none of the rest of it works. And we're incredibly lucky to have a fantastic team of staff at BSB, and we need to continue to work to keep and recruit good people. And then that superb range of opportunities, all those opportunities in music, in sport, in clubs, and so on, that really enrich life at school. So in many ways, that's the sort of core of it. But then we've deliberately put in the culture as the roots, because it is less immediately visible, but incredibly important. And without getting this bit right, the rest of the tree isn't very healthy. So I'd like to talk you through briefly the main strands of our culture. Firstly, we care. And this is that we care for each other. And that means students care for each other as well, not just teachers. That we care for ourselves, that we look after ourselves, and that we care about the world around us. We communicate respectfully. A huge strength of BSB education is students' ability to communicate well. And we want them to be confident in their opinions and to be able to articulate their opinions really well. But also to listen to others and understand that we can disagree with people respectfully, which I think is something that is in danger of disappearing from discourse in society. We share a growth mindset. So this is based on the work of Carol Dweck, who is a Stanford academic. And essentially, she contrasts those with a fixed mindset and those with a growth mindset. A fixed mindset would be someone who did badly in a maths test and thinks, well, that's it. I'm bad at maths. I'm never going to be good at maths. A growth mindset is someone who thinks, okay, I didn't do very well. How do I get better next time? And it's really, really important that our students develop that growth mindset. We innovate and think creatively. It has never been good enough just to think, well, we'll keep doing what we're doing at the moment. But in the world that we live in now, with the incredibly rapid changes that are going on, it's all the more important that we as a school look as to how we can do things better all the time. How do we incorporate modern technology in a positive way? And we need to help students develop that capacity, that mindset as well. So for example, one thing that we're really looking to drive forward is entrepreneurship education within the school. And finally, we strive to be better. We want young people to be ambitious for themselves and to realize that the most important factor in the success of education is them. And the more they drive the process, the more successful it is. So thank you very much. I know that's a lot, and we will communicate more about these different elements over time as well. Thank you.